And hello, all my cruising and travel fans. It's Rob here from Cruising on the High Seas and Travel. I do apologize for coming on a little later than planned, but I was talking to some future clients and trying to get them booked. But today it's not a normal day. It's not normal, as we would like to say. Like Justin, would you say today's a normal day?
I wouldn't really say that today's a normal day, no.
And the reason why it's not that normal is because we were supposed to be in Honduras today. But we got bumped out by the icon of the seas. And because the bars were too rough and we just couldn't get in. But they brought the icon of the seas in and they bumped us out. So today has turned into another sea day. And we are now working our way towards Belize. You better Belize it. So yeah, no, we are now just having a fun day at sea, and currently we're heading back towards the stateroom. And I'm not sure what we're gonna do there. I'm just following Justin from traveling on the beautiful blue seas. So he has his mind on something. He hasn't told me yet. So, but you know, we were actually talking to like I said, some future clients, and we actually met them last night at the chef's table, and they were mentioning a good point that everyone on board should at least complain that we got bumped out because
Oh, another good
ooh, we got another good. We got not one but two. Looks like two. Oh no, I think it's just the one. A little nice towel animal. Something that we don't normally get to have on board. But yeah, no. They mentioned that we should complain because we got bumped out. So that they should at least be doing something for us, like maybe a 20% discount for our upcoming cruise.
Yeah.
Maybe source a specialty restaurant for an upcoming cruise. Something. But what do you guys all think? Do you think it's something worth complaining about that we got bumped off of a port call that we were supposed to be going to because by a bigger ship that wasn't even supposed to be coming to that port call? And we're talking, when I say bigger, I'm talking massive big. Like the icon of the seas bumping out a baby ship. Should they be giving something to the baby ship people for being bumped out? Let us all know in that comment section down below, or if you're live with us in that chat. But yes, so today's more of a chillax day. But give me one quick moment so I can move our little travel animal to the couch. Come on, baby. Let's go. So you don't break. There we go. Yes, so we're just chillaxing down here now, and eventually we will probably head on up and grab some lunch. But but for sure, let us know in that comment section right down below or in the chat. Would you complain if you got bumped out of a port call that you were supposed to go to because the bigger ship came in within the same company too? And what would you want to ask for? But for me, I think they should be able to offer something because they allowed another ship to go in and push you out. But if we don't get nothing, I'm okay with that too. Because either way, I'm still going to book another cruise. It doesn't matter what you guys do. But yeah, no, today's more of a chillax day and chit chat and all that fun jazz. But I'm going to try again to see if I can get the link thrown up into the chat. Yesterday, it didn't allow me to do it. I don't know why. Come on. Send it off. And there we go. So if you would like to join up here on the panel, click on the link and join the chat. But it probably won't be a very long live stream here today, as always, because I'm on vacation. But I'm also doing some hustling to get some future clients too, while I'm at it. And of course, if you always want to be booking a cruise, you can always do it this way. You can and this is advertising Justin's 40th birthday cruise from April 3rd to the 10th of 2027 on Mariner of the Seas. And to book that, all you gotta do is email me at robwithcruisebrothers@gmail.com or just give me a phone call at 409-401-1911. And I'll be more than glad to get you booked or even get you booked on another upcoming sailing, whatever your heart desires. And I do see we do have someone down in the chat, so let's bring them on up. So here they are.
Rob!
Hello, Mr. PK. How you doing?
Oh, surviving. I went to my dentist today and got bad news.
Oh my goodness, they gotta pull all your teeth.
Yep. No, not all my teeth, but
Every single last one of them.
actually, I've been really, really good for like the last decade. But I do have an old filling when I wasn't taking care of my teeth that has given out, and then there's stress cracks in the enamel. So he's like, we can't refill that. He's like, we're going to have to do a root canal and a crown. So I get that to look forward to in the next week.
Well, why not just take the sucker out and be done with it?
Yeah, right. Honestly,
That would be
it's cheaper for me to do the crown. I still have to pay $1,600 out of pocket, which is insane. I'm paying more than my insurance is going to pay on the procedure. This is ridiculous.
I think it's just much easier to just take the sucker out and be done with it, and it can't cause no more problems.
True.
At least that's what
But
we
I've
think.
got one crown on this side too. Same thing happened. Old fillings fell out, and it was so gone that they're like, there's no use trying to save it with just putting a filling in. So I had to do a root canal and a crown on this side. So now I got the same thing that they're going to be doing on this side. And while they're at it, the tooth beside it, the filling is getting old. And he's like, while we're over there, we're working with the tooth right next to it. We may as well take out the old filling and refill it with new stuff. And I was like, why the hell not? I'm usually pretty good on my teeth where I just get a cleaning every 6 months and that's it. I haven't had cavities or anything like that in years. So I guess I was due for it.
I see. But let's see what your answer would be to this question. Would you expect some type of compensation if you got bumped out of a protocol that you were scheduled to by a bigger, and when I say bigger, I'm talking massive ship in the same fleet?
I
Do
would
you
say
think you should be
no.
getting something?
I would say no because your contract says that they can change the port at any time for any reason, and you're not going to get anything. And it's funny you should have that happen to you. Do you would not want to know why?
Sure, why not?
Because I did a 9-day on the Grandeur, and we got bumped out of a port as well for the exact same reason. Because a ship ended up having some propulsion issues, so they had to switch their port of calls, but then bumped a whole bunch of other ships, and a bigger ship got to go into wherever we were going. God, now I can't even remember. It was Southern Caribbean. It's where you could swim in like the hot lava mud stuff.
St. Lucia?
St. Lucia, that's what it was. We got bumped from St. Lucia and had to go to Fort de France, which was a shitty port in my mind. So if you like sightseeing, then you'll have fun there because there's a lot of sightseeing to see. But we were looking forward to going to the active volcano and then going to the mud baths and stuff like that and seeing the pecans, the twin pecans um, in St. Lucia. And then we ended up going Port de France, and we did like a explore Fort de France, which was going to a church and then taking the bus to like some distillery, which the distillery was kind of cool, but it definitely not as cool as seeing a active volcano and taking mud baths for sure.
Yes, sir. But yeah, no, like that is the question of the day. What do you guys all think? Do you
I mean,
think we
would I
should all,
want something? Yes, I would want something. Would I expect something?
especially
No.
especially when it turns into another seeding?
Now that does suck. At least ours got replaced with another port, so we still had a port day. But I don't know. Were you guys port heavy this cruise, or were you light? Like how
I don't
many
understand the
ports did you
question.
go into? Like how many ports are you guys actually were you slated to actually stop at on your cruise?
4.
4. So it's not the end of the world, but of all ports to get nixed, man, Roatin's like my favorite place to go snorkeling at Tabiani. So I'd be pissed. I probably would be pissed.
Like
But
one of the people that we were talking on board, they're not happy, and they said they're going down to complain, and
they
at
can
least try to
complain
get
all they
some
want. They might
get something out of it.
they might get something out of it, but I mean, come on. The contract that you sign by agreeing to go on the cruise literally says in black and white, we can change any port at any time or skip a port. It's all up to the safety and condition. So unfortunately, if they do give you anything, then yay, that's cool, but I wouldn't expect it. I really wouldn't. So
Yeah,
I'm
but
actually
some
wondering like how bad this is going to be. I mean, this storm looks just massive, and I feel so bad that it's going to sit and hover over Jamaica, and that's going to be terrible.
yep,
But
it's gonna be a big bummer.
mhm. I mean, I'm slated to go to Ocho Rios in February, so we'll have to see what the island's like once the storm passes. I actually did have a problem like that before. I want to say Costa Maya. I want to say like a long time ago. We were one of our stops was supposed to be Costa Maya, but the hurricane literally took out the entire port. And so they ended up moving us and we ended up going, I don't even know the name of the port. And it wasn't a port. It was literally a rock quarry that could fit one barge. And I think that's what it was for, is some sort of industrial area. But it was super, super close to that resort. What do they call it? X-Carat or X-Carat? Is that what they call it? Or
I'm,
X-Carat?
I'm not sure.
It's the one that has like a jungle and it's got the cave tubing you can go in and the resort that's right next to it. And you can like have a buffet next to Black Panthers. And I want to say Esseret, or I mean, it looks like X-Carat, but I know that's not how you pronounce it.
Okay,
Which was a cool place. I mean, Mel and I loved it. It was only 10 minutes from the rock quarry that we were at versus the hour to hour and a half you got to take if you go into Costa Maya or Cozumel. Um, but we did have that happen where a port ended up getting switched because it was just gone. And we almost had an entire itinerary switch. We were doing an Eastern and a hurricane came through, and about a week before, they said, hey, we're going to switch it to a Western Caribbean, and these are all your new ports. And then while we're in line checking in, we heard rumors that the port or the itinerary might change back. And then sure enough, once we got on there before the muster drill, they came on and said, hey, the storm has actually moved enough away from the Eastern Caribbean that we're going to go ahead and go back to our original itinerary. So Good and bad, because we had already canceled all of our private excursions because we weren't going there anymore and couldn't get them rescheduled. But that is the challenge you have when you go for the cheapest time of the year, which is hurricane season.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the
So it
risk.
is what it is.
It is the risk you take.
Yeah. It is what it is.
But do I fully expect to get anything out of it? No.
No.
Would I like to get something out of it? Absolutely yes.
If anything, you'll probably get your port fees reimbursed to onboard credit. It's usually what happens when they cancel a port.
Yeah.
At least it should.
That's what should happen. Because
But other
technically,
than they won't, go through it and give you 25% off your another cruise or something like that.
yeah. But we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. So
What do you have coming
beyond.
up?
Say again.
What do you have coming up? So you're missing Honduras. What's your next stop?
So we're aiming for Belize now.
Okay.
You better Belize it.
Better Belize it.
Yep. So and then today's just more now a chillax day.
Right. What do you guys? You got anything planned, short excursion wise, for Belize?
Nope. Just to explore the port, and then then start getting ready for the next day where maybe Drunk Rob might be on Cozumel. Maybe he won't be. We haven't found him yet.
Haven't found Drunk
Sure we'll
Rob.
find
Right?
him
Wait,
in-
you
we'll find
went
him
to
in Cozumel.
Maya Chan and you didn't find Drunk Rob?
We went to my channel and I think he was hiding.
Did at least semi-drunk Rob participate in tequila tasting in the mariachi yell contest, or did they not have that either for you?
They had it, but I just chill by the pool
I think you couldn't go into the water in the beach.
because we couldn't get into the water because of too much seaweed.
I have not had luck yet getting into the water. I've been to Maya Chan twice, and both times the water was actually too rough. So I could have gone out there, but I'm not one that likes to, get seasick because I'm bobbing up and down in the surf so bad. So we'll see. Third time's a charm, right? I'll be there in 3 weeks, so we'll see.
Yep, and then see what happens beyond that.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I for sure will definitely be going back there again.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what's going on. But before I forget, let's welcome some others into the chat. I did see Emily pop in. Welcome on in.
Yep. Oh, and Jan's here too. Jan!
Hello,
Yeah.
Jan. Let's see if I missed anybody else.
Yeah. I don't know when you came in, but I have to get a root canal and a crown. That's how I'm doing today. But
I think that's
it's the
really right.
first time I've had to have any work done in like a decade, so not bad.
What's she saying? Emily's saying, "How are the boys up on the panel?" Well, I'm doing okay.
Yep.
And Ryan,
surprisingly, I've been testing a new thing on my, Ryan Parker Studios channel, and that's playing Assassin's Creed Shadow and live streaming my gaming sessions. Surprisingly, it's not gone too bad. Not a lot of chat if in the chat itself, but I actually had like 20 people watching me a few moments ago before I ended my session today, which is a lot more than I see in my PCAT live chats most days. So watch hours are good.
all right, a couple questions in here for you. Emily is asking now, are they clearing and not silvering?
Yeah, well, my fillings in the back of my mouth are silver because that's what my insurance would pay for. And they actually pay for either clear or tooth colored, if you will, if it near the front. So it depends on where it is in the mouth, depending on if they cover it or not. But my crown is going to look like a tooth. So they'll go in, they'll do the root canal, and then they'll pop on, um, you know, an ivory, if you will, crown that'll go on. So it'll just look like a regular tooth versus it being all silver in the back.
Yeah, and then Jan is saying that she feels for you, and she's been there and should have another crown put in, but is holding off right now.
Yep. Funny story about my first crown. I have what my dentist and dental hygienist call an active salivatory gland. And like I fish spit, isn't that what they call it? Or snake spit all the time when I'm trying to hold my tongue out of the way and all that. And I know it's gross, but it is what it is. When they put in my first crown, I had so much saliva they couldn't keep my mouth dry enough, and the crown popped off halfway through a vacation in California. So I had to go back, and he had to get 2 dental hygienists, both with suction cups, suctioning both sides of my mouth when he put the second one in, and that one's it's holding firm. So I thought that was funny. I'll have to remind him because it's been a decade. I'll be remember, you need to have 2 people going to keep my mouth dry enough to not mess up the cement that you're going to put in. But yeah, I guess when I go in, they got new technology, so I got to get a 3D scan, so they don't have to try to find where the root is. They'll be able to know exactly and map it and go right in to take care of it. So.
Yep, and Emily's going with, I spent way too much dollars on a new dentist. I had to use my CC at some point just to flat for the new dentist.
It's funny you should say that because my insurance is covering less than half of the cost that it's going to take for the redo the filling on one side and do the root canal and cap on the other. And I actually had to go through the dentist, and they have a credit company that you can go with to make payments. I was like, with the truck getting fixed and with the cruises and all of that stuff and Christmas coming up, I was like, I cannot sink $1,600 up front. So I'm going to have to finance it so I can get through the holidays and then just pay it all off versus stringing it out for an extended amount of time. But I needed some leeway to get through the holidays before I have to foot that big bill.
Before you got to flip that bill.
Yeah. But yeah, 1,600. Yay.
Well, at least it's 1,600 and not 16,000.
True. Which some people that we know, that was the bill because they did have to get all their teeth pulled and put in, other stuff. But I definitely knew something was wrong because when I started, having my ice cream or, drinking my ice water, and I like to chew on ice too. Man, I chew it on this side and it's like a lightning bolt. And when I went in there, they're like, do you know exactly which tooth? I'm like, I'm not 100% sure. It's either the back one or the one right next to the back. She goes, we'll test it by, using this air. She's like, I'm going to start near the front. No. And then as soon as she blasted it on the tooth, I shut up. She was like, there it is. That's the one right there. I was like, yes, that is definitely the tender.
It's like, found it.
Yeah. There was no doubt that they found the right tooth when she hit me with that cold air. That's for sure. Oh, my goodness.
All right, it's tooth number blah, blah, blah. Now let's see what we got to do to it.
Yeah. So I guess my dental insurance isn't bad, but it's definitely not superior either. And I pay for the more expensive plan because I want the least amount of out of pocket when I actually have to get a procedure done.
Mm-hmm.
So 1,600 in the end is not bad.
But I'd rather put 1,600 into a cruise than into my mouth.
right?
Just
Actually, I did get
saying.
another cruise. My wife is very, very jealous, by the way. Not jealous. That jealous involves like animosity, and she's not. She's envious. Because I did get the free cruise, free taxes and gratuities I still have to pay um, through Expedia because they were doing some incentives, and some of the Royal Caribbean business development managers had some free cruises, I guess, on some light cruises that were coming up, and we're giving them out as incentives. So I just got it this morning, the confirmation that I'll be on Liberty of the Seas December 1st through the 5th. So that will be fun. And it's going to be a solo cruise because Mel couldn't go because it's the week after we get back from the other cruise. And unfortunately, my daughter can't go because she's going like a week and a half later on her bachelorette cruise and couldn't get the time off of work. Well, she probably could have, but she didn't want to because she's going to be off for the other one, and going into the holidays, she wanted to make sure that she had some money, and she'd lose almost a week of pay to come down and go on that cruise. So
And you said that it was December 1st to the what?
December 1st to the 5th, I want to say. It's a 4-day cruise on the Liberty of the Seas. Let me pull it up and take a look.
1st to the 5th.
Yeah, Liberty of the Seas, December 1st through the 5th. We got Grand Bahamas, Day at Sea, and then Coco Cay.
Okay. Well, it's a shame that it's a shame that I couldn't join you.
Right? I think Ricky, he has a casino offered, so he's like he's going to look at it and see. I was like, well, it's a bachelor, I'm going solo on my own, so obviously I'll use some of that time to do a ship tour because we don't have a ship tour of the Liberty, so that's one of the sister ships to the Independence, which means I'll also be able to see ice skating shows, and I love those, so I'll have fun watching the ice skating shows.
Yeah.
They should have laser tag, so maybe I'll throw up my 360 if I can get it set up for low light or the GoPro and shoot some stuff and go play some laser tag.
Yeah. And then if my boss asks me, why aren't you coming this week? I'm sick.
Oh, right. But it'll be fun.
It's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, right, that you're sick. You're probably on another cruise, like, I'm sick.
I doubt very seriously I'm going to get off the ship, though, in Bahamas. Unless there's something Mel wants me to actually pick up in port, it's just not worth my time. And then Coco Cay, I don't know. They got a deal going right now. It's $110 for the beach club. But I don't know if I want to sink that on my own and hang out in the beach club, or if I'll just hang out at the Oasis pool and chill there, or what. I know there are little balloons back, so I might sink the $60 it is to go up in that hot air balloon to get my 360 and get a bird's eye view around Coco Cay.
Nice, yeah.
But
I haven't been there yet. I've almost been there, but
that's right.
Didn't make it there.
So
one of these days, it probably will be on not the next road ship, but the ship after that.
Yeah. But I did already buy my internet package, so at least I'll be able to pop into some of the morning shows and do some live streams. So I did get that. I got the refreshment package. Since I'm Diamond, I get 4 alcoholic drinks a day. And that'll be fine for me on my own. But the refreshment package at least gives me the unlimited coffees and stuff like that, and juices and bottled water because I'm snooty. When I'm on Royal, I get the Aquapana.
Yeah, we have the refreshment package too.
Nice.
We bought into that. So we get like sodas, we get I think milkshakes, but I haven't found milkshakes yet.
That's a Johnny Rockets. And
That's a giant.
the Grandeur does not have a Johnny Rocket. So I think the closest you're going to be able to get to is using it to get like a Frappuccino or something like that at the coffee shop. But I don't know if I can't remember them actually having milkshakes on the Grandeur.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then
and I'm
I think
toying with specialty dining. I don't know. If Ricky goes, then maybe we'll just, eat in the restaurant, the main dining room. If he doesn't go, I might get the dining package so I can do chops, Giovanni's, and I guess they got some taco place that I'm not familiar with on the Liberty that's not on the Independence, because they've got the hibachi place on the Independence, and I think there's some sort of taco Mexican place on the Liberty.
yeah, and Emily's saying, I wish I had the money to cruise that much.
M, for the record as well, M, I had a very, very, very unique situation occur. And that was we had already agreed to go on a Royal Caribbean ship with CJ and Christine, because Mel and I had always been on Carnival. They are not Carnival clientele by any means. And they wanted us to go, they wanted to cruise with us. And so we said, okay, we'll try Royal. Why not? So we got the first one booked, and then of course COVID happened. So we did a lift and shift of that. But after we sat down and had it booked, and we were seeing all of the good deals that were coming out for all the cruise lines when they opened back up, we noticed the fine print on Royal Caribbean's website that if you booked a cruise anywhere between January 1st of 2021 and December 31st of 2021, and you completed your cruise by December 31st of 2022, or not completed, but you left before December 31st of 2022, you'd get double loyalty points. And so they were enticing you and giving you just insanely low rates and low deposits. It was like $100 for a deposit. So we were getting junior suites, like multiple junior suites. So getting 4 points each per night for that, plus getting balconies. So you were getting 2 points a night, which is normally what you get for suites and above. So between being able to get like 5 junior suites or better, and then 5 other cruises in balconies, and all of them being double points, we were able to get to the diamond in like 16 months. And yeah, with $100 deposit, we could sink $1,000 on, putting deposits down for the next 2 years worth of cruises and cruise every couple of weeks, because the cruises themselves, we were getting like 7-day cruises in a junior suite for like $1,500 or $1,600, total for 2, including prepaid gratuities. So, I mean, there were some amazing deals. I was still working. They were offering overtime, and we did overtime for like a year to get caught back up after the shutdown. So I was raking in the dough and was able, it was just, again, coincidence that it all happened, that I was with the job, that I was able to do overtime for almost a year. And every bit of that went into cruises and doing some stuff around the house. So again, it was just happenstance and circumstances that led to us being able to get there so quickly. So
that's pretty good. Because I will probably have a deposit where I can do $200, which is not bad compared to $5, maybe $750, or normally.
Yep. Yeah, and Jan's saying they did the $200. Yeah, I've noticed that the cruise lines, all of them, are doing more and more reduced deposits. to entice more people to book.
Well,
And yeah, I do work for Expedia, which is how I ended up getting the free cruise, because the business development managers, are working with the agencies that do the most sales, and Expedia Cruises does humongous sales. And so they ended up giving them out. And I was lucky enough to get one.
And Emily asked a question: where is this in the fine print on the website? I'm presuming she's talking about missing the protocol. Let us know if that's what you're referring to, Emily.
If you're talking about fine print on the website, it was on the booking page. It's like when you were looking at cruises and stuff like that, and there are all these terms and conditions. It was down in the terms and conditions, and they had a little banner that came up, like the rotating banners that were like, book now for double points. Click here to get more information. And so it was one of those things where there was a little banner up at the time talking about the specials and deals, and one of them was this big thing about double points, and it was like you'll get double the points regardless of what category that you book. So I've heard they've done it one or two other times, but for a shortened period. But my assumption is it's when sales are lagging and they need to try to entice people to book, so they dangle getting double points and stuff like that out.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's not a bad way to do it at all.
No. If you can do it, if you're in the position, like I said, most of the time, I am not one that happens to be in a position to be able to capitalize on said promotions, but that time we were. And it was one of those things. It was hilarious too. Not only was that, but we went ahead and also got the Royal Caribbean credit card. So we were able to get like $1,000 credit if we booked XYZ dollar amounts on that card in a certain window. So we were literally in my pool with CJ and Christine with the laptop booking cruises, getting all of that. And I think we ended up booking 5 that day. So.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. No, 5 over 2 years, but anyway.
Even still.
And of course, I live in Florida, so I don't have to worry about airfare. I don't really have to worry about hotels, all those added expenses that most other people do. That's almost the cost of a cruise itself, which is why I sometimes do it a little more frequently.
Are you referring to someone in let me see if I can do it. Or to have the capability of doing the onesie.
Yes.
Nah, I can't do it on the mobile side.
Some of our northern brethren, for instance.
Like this one right here.
Yes.
And maybe that one right over there.
That one right there. Yes, our northern brethren have to basically have a second vacation to go on vacation.
But yeah, no. For us, it's like, okay, I need to be in the port by what day? Okay, so I need to leave by this day to be here.
Yeah.
And it's hard. And Jane is saying you are lucky. We fly out of. I don't know how to say that word. Knoxville with family. It's a 4-hour drive for us to get to the airport.
Ooh,
wow.
Yeah, that's out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, having an actual retail location, it does make it a little bit easier to go in and get help when needed. I'm fairly remote, though. Usually when we go into the office, it's once or twice a month now on Saturdays, and no one else comes in. So most of my stuff is me just calling my franchise partner and being like, okay, we need to do a Zoom meeting. You need to show me how to do XYZ.
And Emily's asking myself, how's the water now? Calm sea, rough sea? It's calm.
That's good.
It was only rough. The first day, like I can feel it the waves a bit right now, but nothing compared to the first night. The first night was really really rough.
Oh, I could bet, Jan. It's funny you should say that because actually, my soon-to-be son-in-law was a mechanic out of Cincinnati um, airport, right there on the border. My daughter worked for another airline, freight hauling airline, and yeah, that's definitely not a great airport to go out of.
Yeah, but yeah, no, we ran into someone last night, and they told us that they flew from Montreal to Toronto to Tampa, and that had me pause. Like, what? Then I
Hmm.
found out which airline they were on. It's like they were on the opposite airline that we were on, WestJet. But Air Canada sent us through Montreal. And Emily is asking, how bad was it? It was pretty rough. It was like it was to the point where we saw the barf bags out. So it when you start seeing those, you know it's not good.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Emily's saying the accidents inside the ship, people couldn't walk straight. Yeah, it pretty much looked like that they were drunk. But yeah, no, like I don't like seeing the bags out at the end of the banisters at each level because that tells you it's gonna be rough.
Yeah.
And the last thing they want is cleaning up feces on the floor because it will stain the rugs. So they don't want to be doing that.
Definitely.
But I'm gonna start wrapping up the live stream here today because we still have to go get lunch, and
Yeah.
it's about what 12ish, 1ish, something
Three
along those lines.
fifty-one.
I mean,
151.
It's 3 p.m. here, 3:51 p.m. East Coast. So if you're Central Time, it's almost 3 o'clock there for you.
we are sitting at 1:51. I think I'm told
Yep. On ship time, yeah.
on ship time.
You're 2 hours behind?
We are 2 hours behind.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right. I mean, obviously it is because you're on ship time, but usually the Western and Eastern Caribbean doesn't go 2 hours back. I don't know. Weird. Okay. Okay
Yeah.
then.
And
Moving in.
tomorrow we are heading to Belize. So it's gonna
Nice.
be another tender day. So hopefully we
Believe me,
will.
it's going to be rough. Bazinga.
It's gonna be a Belize it. So yeah, it's ah,
Last time I was in Belize, I actually had a really good excursion. We did the stingrays and the nurse shark and the barrier reef excursion.
yeah,
Yes,
so
that's where I got it from. Sheldon. Bazinga.
bazinga. Yep. So it's gonna be hopefully a good day there. And, hopefully we will be able to get in and not get bumped out again.
Nice.
Not
Yeah,
so.
fingers crossed. Yeah, as long as it's
Fingers
not too
crossed.
bad, because you don't want to be like, oh, now we can't use the tenders because the waves are so high, kind of thing. So fingers crossed.
Well, it would suck. It would really suck, and I could definitely see the Angels are complaining today about being bumped out because of another ship coming in, Icon of the Seas, bumping us out. I could see them complain more if we got bumped out again because another ship bigger than us push us out.
Right.
But hard to say. But as the contract says, they can change it anytime they want,
Yup. Yup.
and there's not much we can do. But
Hey, at least you're not at home. So that's always the fun part.
at least I'm not at home and I'm not working.
Yep, same here.
Because if I was at home, I would probably be just getting home anytime soon from work.
And me, I'll just be headed my way to work.
And Justin would be heading his way towards work. And Emily is saying off, Rob, are you Canadian? Never know. I think so.
Mhm.
At least that's what my documents say. But I possibly could be American. You never know.
Mhm.
But according to the documents, it says Canadian. I believe Najuma has now entered the chat. Welcome on in.
Najuma!
As we're wrapping on up out here, because we gotta go take care of our stomachs.
Yep, and eat like kings.
And
Yeah,
yes,
right.
and
Yeah, I got some house chores to do, but I wanted to pop in and say hi for a minute.
yep. So thank you all for tuning in today's midday chat, and I'm sure we will see myself on plenty of the live streams coming on up throughout the rest of the week.
Yep.
You guys enjoy. And we'll
We for
catch
sure,
you next time.
we for
Yes.
sure will. So thank you all for tuning on in, and of course, I'm the host Rob from Cruising on High Seas and Travel, and I will see you all in the next live stream or wherever travels may take us. Until then, bye for now.